What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, giving you all the heads up on everything that you can expect for the up and coming week. So if you're looking to find out more about the latest hotfix, how you can get your hands on a brand new exclusive emblem, all the latest dares loot and weekly rituals, and more importantly what Tess has available for Bright Dust this week, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Just over 60% of the viewers on the channel aren't currently subscribed, so be sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to make sure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now this week's video is brought to us by our official channel partner, that is Apex Gaming PCs. If you're in the market for a brand new gaming PC or looking to build your own, make sure to check them out. Not only do we have our own Jarv range of PCs that you can further customize to your exact requirements, if you choose to you can build yours entirely from scratch, and if you use code Jarv at checkout you can save up to $250 off. Now there's never been a better time to custom build your gaming PC, so be sure to check out Apex Gaming PCs, and I'll leave all their links and details down in the video description below. Another week and another This Week in Destiny, and this week we'll see hotfix 4.1.5.1 launch into the game. So next Tuesday on the 25th of July, the hotfix will be released, with maintenance beginning at 9 AM Pacific time. Destiny 2 will be brought offline at 9:45 AM, with the hotfix rolling out at 10 AM, and this will roll out across all platforms and regions, ready for the weekly reset. Now details are currently scarce in terms of what's included with this hotfix, but be sure to keep your peepers peeled to the channel and I'll be sure to keep you up to date. Now alongside a brand new hotfix from the 25th of July, we'll also be able to start voting on the Trials map for the up and coming weekend. We have 3 maps to choose from, and these include the Eternity, Widow's Court and also Rusted Lands. Now if this poll can get over 77,000 votes within the first 48 hours, this will unlock a brand new exclusive emblem via Bungie rewards, and this emblem can be redeemed whether you choose to vote or not. So if you want to get your hands on this and you've received marketing emails, be sure to get involved with the poll and vote for your Trials map this weekend. Now on top of those, we also see the continuation of Solstice, which returned as part of last week's weekly reset, which saw Bonfire Bash introduced to the game via the European aerial zone. If you're still seeking out high stat armor, this is your best opportunity to get your hands on it, and if you're still working on those event challenges via the event card, then you still have a few weeks left to earn that Flame Keeper seal. You can also guild it, and there's no requirement to run this on absolutely every character unless you're seeking out the white glows on each and every armor set. Now from here we're going to jump into the rest of the weekly updates, starting off with the Vow of the Disciple Raid challenge. This can be found over in the upended encounter, and it's called Defenses Down. Now to complete this challenge, each player can't kill more than 1 Taken Knight throughout the entire encounter. This is definitely seen as one of the trickier raid challenge in the Vow of the Disciple, but if you can absolutely nail it with the right fire team, then you'll grant yourself access to an additional raid chest and also some sweet adept rewards. Now as for the featured raid and dungeon for the up and coming week, the featured raid can be found over in the Garden of Salvation. This was introduced alongside Shadowkeep and has some pretty incredible weapons and armor still available for you to chase. So whether it's god roll weapons, some sweet looking armor, or even to complete the puzzle to get your hands on the Divinity, this week will be the week to jump into the Garden of Salvation to either get your hands on those or that sweet additional pinnacle reward. Now alongside the Garden of Salvation, we also see the Pit of Heresy return as the featured dungeon for the up and coming week. Much like Garden, this was also introduced in Shadowkeep, and if you can defeat the final boss, this will also grant you an additional pinnacle reward. So if you're still finding yourself on the power grind and hoping to get into Grandmasters before the end of the season, make sure to jump into these 2 featured pieces of content which can grant you those additional power levels that you need. Now from here we're going to jump over into Dares of Eternity and its 30th anniversary pack activity, and this week sees 3 armor sets available alongside weapons from Season of the Worthy. As for the armor sets, we have the Anti-Extinction suit set, which is the old Dead Orbit set, alongside the Sovereign suit set, which is the old New Monarchy armor set. And the final set available is the Simulator suit set, which is the old Future War Cult set. These were all originally available as part of Faction Rally, so if you missed out on that and are looking to fill out your transmog collection, then these can drop during the course of the activity or upon activity completion itself. Now as for the weapons, we have 10 weapons available this week, all from Season of the Worthy. These include the Enigma's Draw sidearm, the Dire Promise hand cannon, the True Prophecy, the Timeline's Vertex fusion rifle, the Honor's Edge Sword, the Interference Grenade Launcher, the Distant Tumulus Sniper Rifle, the Arsenic Bite Bow, the Gian-7 Pulse Rifle, and also the Escape Velocity Submachine Gun. Now, some of these weapons are still absolutely worth the grind, so if you don't have any in your collection or you're seeking out god rolls on them, then this week will be the week to get your hands on those. Now, next up we have a new featured weekly mission from the Witch Queen campaign. This week's mission is called The Last Chance, and we have to disrupt Savathun's ritual to steal the Traveller by revealing a lost secret from her past. Now, these featured weekly missions are excellent sources for pinnacle loot, once again if you're still on the power grind, or also Ascendant Alloy. So whether you're chasing power or endgame upgrade materials to craft your own weapons, make sure to jump into the featured weekly mission to get your chance to get your hands on those. From here we're going to take a look at the Nightfall for the up and coming week, and the next Nightfall in rotation is the Corrupted, which can be found over in the Dreaming City. Now, Bungie did make some changes to the Corrupted strike itself, which as a result makes it slightly easier than it has been in previous seasons. Now, you can complete this on the Hero, Legend or Master difficulty, and by doing so you'll have a chance to get your hands on the Nightfall exclusive weapon, which is the Horror's Least Pulse Rifle. This is a reprised pulse rifle back from Forsaken, and a much sought after weapon if you are still looking to complete your Curse Breaker seal. Now, if you can nail this on the Grandmaster difficulty, you'll be able to get your hands on the Adept version of this weapon. So if you're a big fan of pulse rifles and you want to take that into the Crucible, then be sure to jump into the Corrupted this week to get your chance to get your hands on one. Now, moving over to the Crucible, we have a new rotator for the up and coming week, and we see Clash return to rotation. So if you're still working on some of those seasonal challenges that require Guardian kills, then this is one of the best modes to get that completed, so make sure to jump in to get those seasonal challenges done. Now, if you're looking to make the most of double XP, then you'll need to jump into Gambit upon this week's weekly reset. The Drifter is offering double XP throughout the whole course of the week, so it's a perfect opportunity to get those seasonal challenges done for Gambit, and also work on those Gambit resets to get your hands on the Chain of Command ornament. The ornament itself is needed for one of the seasonal challenges, and if you can complete most of them, then you'll be able to get your hands on a large pile of Bright Dust. It's a perfect reward to carry over into Season 18, allowing you to treat yourself on some sweet new Season of the Redacted loot. Now, speaking of Bright Dust, this brings us on to the final part of today's video, and that's what Tess has available for Bright Dust in week 10 of Season of the Haunted. Now, over in the featured Bright Dust shelf, we have an exotic ghost called Tropicausal. Now, this item is from a previous Solstice event, so if you missed out on it and are looking to add this to your collection, this will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust. Alongside that, we have a brand new exotic ship called Final Instar. This was introduced this season as part of this year's Solstice event. Now, it's currently available for 800 silver, but you'll be able to pick it up for just 2,000 Bright Dust this week. Alongside that, we have a new legendary transmat effect called Sandcastle Effects. This also appears to be a brand new one introduced with this year's Solstice event, and will set you back 450 Bright Dust this week. Now, as for the shader this week, this is a returning shader called Pomegranate Gloss. So if this is your first Solstice event, or you missed out on this last time, you can pick it up this week for 300 Bright Dust. Now, over in the main Bright Dust store, we have an exotic emote called Flag on the Play. Now, this has been available for 1,000 silver, but you can pick it up this week for 3,250 Bright Dust instead. That's alongside a brand new legendary emote called Teamwork Dance. Now, this week will be the first week that this emote has ever been available, so sadly we don't have a preview of it, so be sure to check it out on Tuesday, and this will set you back 700 Bright Dust this week. Alongside that, we have another exotic ghost, and this is called the Predator Sunshell. Now, this is from a previous Solstice event as well, and will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust this week. Next up, we have a awesome exotic sparrow called Micro Mini. This is a much sought after sparrow and is extremely popular. It's one of the smallest sparrows available in the Eververse inventory, and will set you back 2,500 Bright Dust this week. Next up, we have the Aureate Dawn, an exotic ship from last year's Solstice event. Last year had some pretty awesome exotic ships, so if you missed out on this one, then be sure to pick it up for 2,000 Bright Dust this week. Now, the penultimate item on offer is a new ghost projection called the Flamingo. So if you're a big fan of these summer themed ghost projections, be sure to pick this one up, and this will set you back 1,500 Bright Dust this week. Now the final item on offer is an exotic weapon ornament for the Suros Regime auto rifle, and this is called Grey Nitrate. Now the Suros Regime has some awesome ornaments available to it, so if this one is missing from your collection, you can pick it up this week for 1250 Bright Dust. So there we have it guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for this week in Destiny. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to get back into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.